Hello everyone and welcome to a different kind of video. Back a long time ago when I started this here YouTube channel, I used to write a fun facts column for my middle school newspaper. Well, I'm gonna sort of be trying that out here. I am gonna list my top 11 favorite creatures I've caught in Animal Crossing New Horizons, why I like them, and also some fun facts about them. With some help from Blathers, of course, who always provides fascinating facts about the critters you catch. So without further ado, let's get started. At number 11 we have the Walker Cicada. I will say that since this is the most recent new creature I've caught, there's some recency bias, but it's always exciting catching something new. And as a tree-hugging creature, this thing is not necessarily easy to catch. You gotta sneak up on him like a ninja. But the true joy of catching a critter like a Walker Cicada is giving him to Blathers, where he will reluctantly tell you some facts about it. Because after all, Blathers is very scared of bugs. Now, the Walker Cicada apparently has a mating song that it uses during the summer. The male starts a loud song, and then other male Walker Cicadas start singing along in harmony, as if it were a sing-along. You gotta respect creatures that got game like the Walker Cicada does. Well, not if you're Blathers, I guess. At number 10 we have the Octopus. I have made my love for octopi well known on this channel. I mentioned in my vlog how disappointed I was to not see one in the Baltimore Aquarium. I featured Mr. Octopus on my Mario Kart 9 joke roster. So it's no surprise that the octopus makes the cut on my favorite Animal Crossing critters, even if he's a relatively common deep sea creature. Upon donation to Blathers, you'll learn some interesting things about the octopus. For example, they have 3 hearts, and when an octopus is attacked by a predator, it releases a cloud of ink and just disappears. So basically, it's like a blooper, but a lot cooler. Blathers goes so far as to call the octopus the ninja of the deep. So yes, that's why this 8-legged creature is so cool. After all, it can give you 4 hugs at once. At number 9 we have the Mantis Shrimp. Now, I am normally no fan of shrimp, at least in terms of eating shrimp, but the Mantis Shrimp just stands out with its bright, cool colors. As your villager says when you catch him, this thing does look shrimply amazing. Hey, it's not my terrible pun, it's the game's. Anyway, give this thing to Blathers and you'll learn that the Mantis Shrimp is a true fighter despite its small size. It has 4 limbs shaped like clubs, and it can easily split open crabs and oyster shells. This thing takes names. Blathers also mentions that if you grab this thing with your hands, you might discover why it's called the thumb splitter. Well, I think my villager survived. I think. At number 8 we have the Snapping Turtle. I won't lie, I was initially pretty shocked when I caught this scarce creature. Why? Well, I caught it while fishing. I would think this thing would be listed as a sea creature because, well, it's not a fish, but I guess because it lives in the river it can't be listed as a deep sea creature. But still, this thing has a fish outline, just like a tire, and just like a boot. Anyway, Blathers says the snapping turtle is known for its ferocious bite, which it can deliver at a super high speed for a species known for being incredibly slow. Blathers also said a snapping turtle chased him across a parking lot, and he climbed on top of a car. Blathers must really be afraid, considering he's an owl that can fly, and a turtle is a turtle. At number 7 we have the Dungeness Crab. Much like the other crabs in New Horizons, I admire the guts the villager has when catching this thing. We've seen what crabs can do in Tom and Jerry, we've seen what crabs can do in Mario Kart, and yet our villager is brave enough to dive for these grabby crabby creatures. Now, why did I pick this crab in particular? I don't know, I just think it looked the coolest. And according to Blathers, this creature is quite stealthy despite its eye-catching colors. It buries itself beneath the sand when scared and can expertly hide under there. And yet when you actually catch this thing, it doesn't move too quick. Some of the sea creatures are really hard to catch, but not this one. Are you lying to me, Blathers? At number 6 we have the football fish. The name aside, this thing just looks cool. It's big, dark purple, and has this really nice pattern. And I gotta say, looking at the wiki gallery, it looks even more gnarly in Animal Crossing New Leaf. Anyway, it can be pretty hard to catch considering the limited time frame you can catch it in, as well as its rarity. According to Blathers, the football fish has a lantern-like light on its forehead that's powered by bacteria and other microorganisms. It uses the little luminescent organisms to stun prey, and then pounce. Blathers describes it as odd and off-putting, and yet he does not cower like he does when I bring in, Oh, I don't know, a butterfly. Some fish are scarier than some insect splathers. At number 5, we have the walking leaf. This was another creature I caught recently that truly bedazzled me. I noticed what looked like a furniture leaf on the ground and thought, what's that doing there? I didn't drop any items. But then as I walked towards it, it turned into this walking leaf creature. I got my net out, swatted for it, and then it ran away from me. Fortunately, I'd get a second chance. And of course, Splathers is rather horrified by the walking leaf's camouflage ability. He says of this insect, "What a fraud, what a phony." He says that the walking leaf looks so much like a leaf that even leaf-eating insects nibble on them. Yes, Splathers, I will agree that they are indeed lying liars. At number 4, we have the vampire squid. Yes, it's mostly this high on the list just because of the name vampire squid. Its creepy cloak makes it look like a vampire, and its arms are lined with spikes. But as Blathers says about him, while it looks like it could nibble on your neck, it nibbles on the bits of dead plankton and algae instead. Unlike the Dungeness crab, the vampire squid is indeed quite fast. You probably have to make multiple diving attempts just to get him, which makes it all the more worth it when you have a cool new addition to your Critterpedia. These things look even cooler in real life than the game, and their official name is Vampirotuthis infernalis, or the vampire squid from hell. Blathers, he tries to sugarcoat it by saying the vampire squid from heck. At number 3, we have the ocean sunfish. This rare summer fish takes quite the odd shape. Its shadow is huge and has a fin, so you know when you find it you're after something special. And the moment when it pops out, you're like, this thing is ridiculous. Its fins are disproportionately small when compared to its huge body. Blathers agrees that the ocean sunfish has an unusual shape, saying it's shaped like a fish head with a tail. He says it's a good thing that this is a relaxed species, as the sight of a large head coming towards you might be alarming. Yeah, I would be kinda afraid if this thing just swam up next to me. Not gonna lie. At number 2, we have the whale shark. Ah yes, I caught a few whale sharks when I went to Rare Fish Island with my Nook Miles ticket. 3 to be exact, which netted me 26,000 bells when I sold 2 to Nook's Cranny. This thing is overwhelmingly huge, and honestly makes me wonder how our brave villager even has the strength to catch it. I also love how when you catch it, the villager says in large font, "Thar she blows." I was wondering if this thing could ever be classified as a fish, but Blathers says it is, saying it's among the largest species of fish in the world. Some grow to 60 feet long. Despite their intimidating size, Blathers says they're a relatively non-violent shark species, only eating little creatures like plankton. And finally, at number 1, we have the almighty oarfish. This was the first rare fish I remember catching, and I remember the sheer excitement of catching it. After all, when you catch a fish that looks like this, you're gonna be pretty excited. This thing looks like a gangsta. I mean, they look even more gangsta in real life. Blathers says they can reach up to 36 feet in length. He also says the oarfish appear in various legends and roles as messengers of the gods. With its red scales, long body, and 9,000 bell price tag, this is clearly one of the most valuable fish you can catch in New Horizons. I loved catching this fish so much that I made it my phone background for a while. And so the oarfish is my number 1 New Horizons creature. So, what did you think of my list? What are some of your favorite creatures in Animal Crossing New Horizons? Let me know, and I'll see you in the next video. It'll probably be in my college dorm room. Bye bye.